angle between these two vectors, theta. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. So if you want to find the resultant of two vectors, resultant of these two vectors, remember, for the resultant, what you will do, you will use the parallelogram law. For a graphical purpose, you will use this parallelogram. Okay, you will draw a parallel line to this and parallel line to this, and from the starting of the two vector, you will join where both the parallel line will meet, and this will be the resultant vector. Okay, so basically you have to remember this formula, how to calculate the resultant of the two vector. Okay, this is the magnitude of the resultant. Magnitude means length of this arrow, a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. And another thing for the vector is direction. Magnitude we have calculated with this formula. Another thing is the direction. So direction means something you can relate with the angle. So if I am saying this pen is like this pen is like this. Okay, if I am saying this pen is like this, if I am increasing the angle, means see the tip of the pen, this is the initial angle. Now I am increasing the angle. Now on increasing the angle or decreasing the angle, we can say direction is increasing, direction is changing or not? Shafruddin, what do you say?
I should say whether the direction is increasing or not.
I am just saying that see the tip of the pen only, tip of the pen. See here, see here.
Yeah.
This is the pen.
Yeah.
And now this is a particular direction of the pen. Okay, suppose this is the arrowhead. This is the arrowhead. This is one vector. This is the arrowhead. This is the tail. This is the head. This is the tail. So basically, this is in a particular direction right now. Is it or not?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the length of this arrow? Magnitude of this vector. I told you na, we represent the vector in the form of the arrow. The length of the arrow represents the magnitude of that vector, and the arrowhead is representing the direction. So basically I want to say that this is a vector. So now see, this is the head, arrowhead. So now I am just increasing the angle. Suppose this is the this is some plane, and this is the angle between the plane and the vector. Okay, so basically if I am increasing or decreasing the angle, so can you see the direction of the vector is changing or not?
Yeah.
So what we can say here, angle is a representation of the direction. Angle is the representation of the direction. So basically for representing the vector, two things are required. Number one is the magnitude, another is the direction. So now for direction we calculate the angle. This is the angle. So this angle to calculate this angle, we will use this formula, b sin theta a plus b cos theta. B vector we will take this vector b vector, and beta we will always take with vector a. Beta we will always take with vector a. Okay. For example, these are the two vectors. One vector is this, another vector is this. Okay, and you want to find the resultant between the two vectors, then you will use this formula. This is just the vector addition. Basically you are adding two vector here na, so we are using here analytical method, so this formula will be used. And what is f is the resultant of the two force. This is one force, this is another force. F is the resultant of the two force, this f is the resultant of the two force. This is the magnitude, and direction we can calculate with this formula. And after that, I have told you that there are special cases, and these special cases are very, very important special cases. Okay. So I told you in the last class, when two vectors are in same direction, see this, these vectors are in the same direction. So angle between the two vectors is 0. In this case, if you want to find the magnitude of the resultant of the two vectors, then you will write simply A minus B. Magnitude of A minus magnitude of B. Okay, you can use, if they are in same direction, not minus, you will use A plus B. So resultant, magnitude of the resultant will be A plus B. I have given the example also. Suppose this is a particle, and on this particle, two forces are acting. One force of 5 Newton in this direction, another force of 3 Newton in this direction. So what will be the resultant force? What will be the resultant force on this particle? 5 plus 3, 8 Newton. 8 Newton, okay. And if two vectors are in opposite direction, then for the resultant, what you will do? You will just simply subtract them. A minus B. Bigger minus smaller. Bigger minus smaller. And direction, you will take direction for the resultant, you will take of bigger vector. Okay, so direction of the resultant will be in this direction. So basically here, direction of the resultant will be in this direction. Here the direction of the force, resultant force, is in this direction. Okay, another case, if two vectors are perpendicular, if two vectors are perpendicular, this is one vector, this is another vector, both the vectors are perpendicular. Okay, and we want to find the resultant vector. So resultant vector will be like this. Resultant vector will be like this. Okay, for calculating the resultant vector, you will use this formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, and finally you will get this value, r is equal to under root of a square plus b square. R is equal to, and what is this r? R is the magnitude of resultant. What is r? R is magnitude of resultant. Magnitude of resultant. And what is this this theta? Okay, this theta, if suppose just change this theta to beta, this will be the beta. And what is the beta indicates here? Suppose this is your beta. Earlier I have taken theta, basically it will be beta. This is beta, suppose, and theta is 90 degree given. And Shafruddin, can you tell me what this beta is indicating here?
Good.
I want to ask that what this beta is indicating, what this beta angle is indicating here. Angle, I have told you, na, angle represents the direction of the vector. So basically this beta is the angle between one of the vector and the resultant. So basically this beta is representing the direction of the resultant vector. Suppose if I am increasing the angle, the direction of the resultant vector will change, na?
Yes.
Shafruddin, is my voice clear?
Yeah, yes. Just sometimes in the middle it get cuts off.
Okay. Just wait a minute. I'm just. Hmm. Hello. Now it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Why we are studying vectors? Because we will use these vectors for the first further study of physics. Okay, this example I have told you. And there is one more case, resolution of the vector. Okay, so suppose this is any vector and these are the two axes. So you can resolve this vector along this axis and along this axis. What is the meaning of resolving a vector? Basically, uh, resolving means, significance of resolving is you are taking the effect of this vector on this axis or on this axis. Okay, suppose this is a force, this is a force you are applying here, and this force is making an angle theta with x-axis. So if you want to see what will be the effect of this force along x-axis, then you will take the component of this force along x-axis and component of this force along y-axis. Okay, so we have done these examples. In case of the inclined plane, how you will take the axis? One axis you will take perpendicular to the surface, one axis you will take parallel to the surface. This is the surface of the inclined plane. Now multiplication of the vector. Suppose you are multiplying a vector with a number, then it will be a simple multiplication, 2i plus 2j plus 4k. Okay, now here is another type of multiplication, scalar product or dot product. Suppose there are two vectors, a vector and b vectors. So we are multiplying multiplying two vector, and this is known as the dot product of the vector. Dot product of the vector or the scalar product of the vector. So what is a dot b? A dot b is the dot product of the two vector, and when you will open this dot product, you will get a b cos theta. What is a? Magnitude of a vector. What is b? Magnitude of b vector. So this result will be the scalar. This result will be the scalar. Scalar means there is no relation of scalar with direction. For example, I have told you work done is a scalar product of force and displacement. Work done is a scalar product of force and displacement, and like power is a scalar product or dot product of force and velocity. Now we have discussed properties. For example, a dot b is equal to b dot a. Two vectors, if two vectors are parallel, then what will be the dot product? So two vectors are parallel means angle between them 0 degree. You want to find the dot product, then you will write a dot b. What is the a dot b? AB cos theta. So you will write here AB cos theta, and theta is 0 degree. Cos 0 is equal to 1. So if finally you will get AB. So if we are taking three axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, these axes are mutually perpendicular to each other. These axes are mutually perpendicular to each other, and I cap is the unit vector along x-axis, j cap unit vector along y-axis, k cap unit vector along z-axis. So I have told you what how you will take the dot product of the universal unit vectors. Universal, these are known as the universal unit vectors, I have told you. So like, for example, I dot j. So I dot j will be magnitude of I cap, magnitude of j cap and cos theta, and theta between I cap and j cap is 90 degree. So accordingly you can find ij and jk. And I dot I, if you want to find, I dot I means dot product of I cap with I cap. What will be the angle with angle of I cap with itself? 0 degree. So I dot I, that is y equal to 1. Now dot product in Cartesian form, I have told you how to calculate that. Suppose this is a vector, this is b vector. When you will do a dot b, so you will simply multiply this. Okay, 2, here is 1, here 3, here is 1, here 1, here is 1. It will become 2 plus 3 plus 1 is 6. Got it, Shafruddin?
Yes.
Okay, so now there is one more topic here. That is the before that just solve this question. Suppose a vector is 2 I cap and b vector is 2 j cap plus 3 of k cap, and you have to find this value. Solve it by yourself.
So it's 4LJ cap plus 6LK cap.
Okay, now check your answer. I am just waiting. So basically a vector is this. This is your a vector. See, this is 2 I cap. Can I write it 0 j cap plus 0 k cap? For b vector, I can write it as there is no I cap here. So I can write 0 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Now when you will find a dot b, so what you will do, you will multiply this 2 with 0,
0.
will be 0, plus you will multiply 0 with 2,
0, 0.
so what is the answer? 0 na? So remember these points, okay? Now we will discuss another type of vector multiplication, that is cross product. That is cross product, and believe me, this cross product, dot product, all these things are very, very useful. Okay, so cross product we will discuss. Cross product. Cross product. So suppose one vector is this is a vector, suppose, and here is another vector, this is b vector, suppose, and theta is the angle between the two vectors. Shafruddin, what is the length of this arrow indicating? What is the length of this arrow indicating?
The magnitude
Very good. Magnitude of what? This arrow I am talking about. Magnitude of what?
of the angle,
No,
direction, right?
no. Just listen. Just a minute. Basically, this length of this arrow is representing magnitude of a vector. I am writing here. So length of arrow, okay, length of arrow is equal to magnitude of a vector. And how we represent the magnitude of a vector? Like this, or sometimes we represent the magnitude of a vector, simply we write a. So length of this arrow is representing the magnitude of a vector, and length of this arrow, now tell me what will be indicating length of this arrow? Length of this arrow, this magnitude of b vector. Okay. Okay, so now we will discuss the cross product. So cross product means this is cross product. This is a vector cross b vector. A vector cross B vector, and this is equal to magnitude of A vector multiplied by magnitude of B vector into sine theta into n cap. What is magnitude of A vector? What is mod of A cap is magnitude of A vector. You can write it like this also. So basically this is the magnitude of A vector. What is this? Mod of B vector. We can write it B also. This is equal to magnitude of B vector. What is theta? What is theta here?
The angle.
The angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, theta and n cap. Now I am telling n, and this is cap. N cap is the unit vector. Unit vector perpendicular to plane containing A vector and B vector. Now what is this? A vector and B vector. For example, just a okay, just see this. Basically, what I want to say, see this n cap. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing A vector and B vector. So, can you say this is a plane? This surface of this book is a plane. Now, if I am saying there are two vectors on this plane. One like this. These are two vectors. Okay. This is one vector. This is another vector, and there is some angle between these two vectors. Okay. One vector, another vector, angle between two vectors. These two vectors are lying on this plane. So basically, n cap is a vector perpendicular to this plane, in which your A vector and B vector are present. Are you getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir. A bit.
Okay, so tell me one thing. Two vector will always be in a plane or not?
Yeah.
Always be in a plane. Na? If I am saying these are the two vectors. These are the two vectors. These vectors will all in a plane. These vectors will be in a plane. Now, if I am saying three vectors are there, so three vectors, for the case of the three vectors, just try to imagine. Three vectors can be in a plane or can not be in a plane also. For example, two vectors are in this plane and third vector is perpendicular to this plane. So basically here third vector is out of the plane. So two vector will always be in a plane. Three vector may or may not be in a plane. Three like these are the three vectors. These are the four vectors. Four vectors are lying in a plane. So what I want to say, what is n cap? Basically, n cap is a vector. N cap is a vector perpendicular to A vector and B vector. Perpendicular to A vector and B vector. Or you can say perpendicular to the plane like this. Perpendicular to the plane containing A vector and B vector. So A vector and B vector containing this plane. So n cap is a perpendicular vector to this plane. Got it? Okay. Now, basically, this A cross B, you will get A vector, magnitude of A vector, magnitude of B vector into sine theta into n cap. So basically, this whole thing will be a vector. This whole thing will be a vector. Okay. You will get this as a vector. I am writing here. So we can write that A vector cross V vector will be a vector. Will be a vector, na? Okay. So a cross product is basically a vector. If I am writing A vector dot B vector, this will be a scalar. This will be a scalar. Remember this point. This will be a scalar, and this cross A cross B is a vector. So there we have written A dot B. So what result we are getting? Scalar we are getting. We are getting scalar result. Okay. And here A cross B is a vector. A cross B is a vector, and for vector we define the magnitude. We define the magnitude and we define the direction. Now for the direction of A cross B, direction of A cross B, why we are calculating the direction of A cross B? Why we have not calculating the direction? Why I have not talked about the direction of A dot B? Can you tell me?
Because A dot B is a scalar quantity.
Yeah. Because A dot B is a scalar. That is why scalar, no direction. A cross B is a vector. That is why I am calculating or talking about the direction of A cross B. Now, how we can find the direction of A cross B? So what is A cross B? First, we should know what is A cross B. I have told you just. A cross B is simply the magnitude of A vector, magnitude of B vector, and sine theta into n cap. Okay, so I can write this A cap as mod of A cap. I can write as equal to A. Okay, because A is also magnitude. So mod of B cap. Mod of B cap, I can write B. So basically, I can write this A cross B is equal to AB sine theta simply into n cap. Basically, now see here, this is A cross B, I have told you is a vector. Basically, this AB sine theta, this AB sine theta is the magnitude of A cross B vector. This will be the magnitude, and this n cap will decide the direction. This n cap will decide the direction. And what is this n cap? This n cap is a unit vector. This n cap is a unit vector in the direction perpendicular to the plane containing A vector and B vector. Now there is a method to find the direction of A cross B. There is a method to find the direction of A cross B or B cross A. Okay. So for this we use the right hand thumb rule. We use right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. What is right hand thumb rule? Okay. if I am saying this is your A vector and this is your B vector, and this is suppose angle of any 60 degree or 30 degree between the two vectors. So if someone is saying find the direction of A cross B, find the direction of A cross B. I am not talking about the magnitude. So direction B I want of A vector cross B vector. So we will use the right hand thumb rule. Now what is the right hand thumb rule? First see, this is A vector in this direction, B vector. So what you will do, take your right hand. This is your right hand, okay. Now these are your fingers. This is thumb. These are fingers. This is thumbs. So place your fingers in the direction of A vector. If you are finding direction of A cross B, so place your finger along the direction of A vector. Place your fingers along the direction of the A vector and curl your finger along the towards B and curl your finger towards B. So basically this is A vector, and you will curl your finger towards B. So direction of the thumb will tell you the direction of A cross B. So direction of the thumb will give you the direction. So thumb is pointing towards you. So basically the direction of A cross B by right hand thumb rule will be towards the observer, or you can say towards reader. And this towards the reader is also, you can say, perpendicular to the screen of your laptop, perpendicular to the screen of your laptop. Okay, so basically we say it at outward direction, outward direction. For example, if I am saying find the direction of, not this time A cross B, B cross A, B cross A. So in this case, what you will do, you will just place your finger first along the direction of the B vector, along the direction of the B vector, and curl it towards the A vector. So basically your thumb will going away from you. So basically the direction will be away from observer, or you can say away from reader, away from reader, away from reader. This is also perpendicular to the screen, means something is away from me. I am the reader now. Away something is going into the screen, so I can say inward direction. So what is right hand thumb rule? I am writing here. According to the right hand thumb rule, place your fingers along A vector and curl it towards, and
So can I just go to the washroom?
of course. Fine. So now you can see here, place your fingers along A vector, place your fingers along A vector and curl towards the B vector. The curl towards the B vector, the thumb will give you the direction of A cross B. The thumb will give you the direction of A cross B. Now for finding the direction of B cross B, place your finger along the direction of the B vector, place your finger along the direction of the B vector and curl it towards the A vector. Thumb will give you the direction of the A cross B vector. So there are few examples of the cross product. There are few examples of the cross product that we will use. Okay, that we will study later. There are some examples. One example is of angular momentum. Angular momentum. So this angular momentum is also a vector. Basically, angular momentum is an is a axial vector. So angular momentum is a cross product of position vector and the momentum vector. Okay, position vector and the momentum vector. What is p vector? P vector means the momentum vector. Do you know what is momentum? Shafuddin,
Yeah, yes, sir.
do you know what is momentum?
Yeah.
What is momentum?
Like the motion of the body, the moving.
The motion of the body is not a momentum. You can say that the amount of motion in a body, that is you can say the momentum. But what is the formula of the momentum? How we just calculate momentum?
Mass into
Suppose for
velocity.
example, there is a mass m moving with a velocity v. Moving with a velocity v. What will be the momentum?
MV.
Yeah,
M
momentum
into
is
V.
equal to mv. And direction of the momentum is same as that of velocity. For this case, okay. So momentum is this. There is one more example, torque. Torque. Do you know what is torque? Tau.
Yeah. Force into direction. Force multiplied by direction.
You can say that torque is axial vector, and this is also r cross f. R means position vector, cross of what is f vector means force vector. Getting na?
Yeah.
So if you will open any of the, suppose we are opening this cross product, we are opening this L vector. So what we will write, magnitude of R, magnitude of P and sine theta into n cap. We can write this for this also, R into F into sine theta into n cap.
Yes.
There is one more example here. There is a relation between the angular velocity. There is a relation between the angular velocity and the linear velocity. So angular velocity, linear velocity vector is equal to angular velocity into r vector. So I have told you what is angular velocity. Angular velocity is equal to angular displacement divided by time.
Yes.
So now I think you should take the screenshots. So basically from here.
Also. Lanzu. Lanzu.
Now, so understood what is cross product?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there are few properties of cross product. Few properties. Basically, first property of cross product. I have told you for case of the dot product, if you are writing a dot b, that will be equal to b dot a. But in case of cross product, this is not possible. A dot b is not equal to b dot a, b cross a. Okay. Basically, it will be equal to minus of b cross a. Why? Because direction of a cross b will be opposite to the direction of b cross a. Will be opposite to the direction of b cross a. That is why a cross b is equal to minus of b cross a. Second point. For the parallel vectors, if two vectors are parallel, suppose this is one vector, this is a vector, this is another vector, suppose this is b vector. What is the angle between the parallel vectors? 0 degree. So if you want to find a cross b, then what you will write? AB sine theta into n cap. Okay, AB sine theta n cap. So it will be AB sine 0 into n cap. So it will be 0. A cross b will be 0. Okay. Basically, sometimes we say this as a zero vector. So for the magnitude of A cross B, so the A cross B magnitude is equal to 0. Now what is this? This is a zero vector. Now third property. If I am writing I cross I, can you tell me what will be the result?
I cap square.
This is not I dot I, this is I cross I. First apply the formula. This formula I have told you for calculating the cross product, na? A cross B is equal to AB sin theta into n cap. See here. This is I cross I, so you will write magnitude of I cap, again magnitude of I cap into sine. What will be the angle between I cap and I cap? 0 degree.
Yeah.
Into n cap, so it will become a 0. I cap cross I cap is equal to 0. So basically j cap cross j cap will also be 0. So you can say k cap cross k cap is equal to 0 degree. If I am writing I cap cross j cap, then what will be the answer? I cap cross j cap. I cap cross j cap. Now I have told you this is x axis, this is your y axis, this is your z axis here. Along x axis, unit vector is I cap. Along y axis, unit vector is j cap. Along z axis, unit vector is k cap. I cross j. How you will find I cross j? So you will apply this for. Just remember this formula: A cross B. A cross B is equal to AB sin theta
N cap
into n cap, and n cap is representing the direction of A cross B unit vector perpendicular to A vector and B vector. So just try to find this I cap cross J cap.
So I cap into J cap sine theta
Means
n cap.
magnitude of I cap, magnitude of J cap. What is the angle between I cap and J cap? What is the angle between I cap and J cap? Tell me. 90 degree, na?
Yeah.
So you will write here sine 90.
Okay.
And n cap. N cap means a vector which is perpendicular to I cap and J cap. Okay, a vector which is perpendicular to the vectors. A vector which is perpendicular to the plane containing I cap and J cap. And the vector perpendicular to I cap and J cap is K cap.
Yeah.
So here n cap will be K cap. N cap will be K cap. Magnitude of, what is the magnitude of I cap?
Two. Zero.
No. I cap is a unit vector, na? I cap is a unit vector. So magnitude of I cap is equal to 1. Magnitude of J cap also is equal to 1. Magnitude of K cap also is equal to 1. Okay, this is also 1. So this is 1. This is 1. Sine 90. What is the value of sine 90?
Also 1.
1. So basically you will get here K cap only. So I cap is equal to J cap is equal to K cap. Now if I want to find J cap cross I cap. So you will apply this magnitude of J cap, magnitude of I cap sine 90 into n cap. So magnitude of J cap is 1, magnitude of I cap is 1, sine 90 is 1. What will be the n vector? What will be the n vector here? A vector
A cap.
perpendicular to J cap cross J cap and I cap. And how to find the direction of this n cap? By right hand thumb rule.
Yeah.
See, place your fingers along the J cap. This is J cap.
Yeah.
Okay. Place your fingers along J cap. So place your fingers along J cap and curl towards I cap. Curl towards I cap. Curl towards I cap. So basically you are getting a vector into the screen or toward away from you. Something is away from you. Means basically you are getting a minus K cap. Okay, minus K cap will be in this direction now.
Yes, sir.
Into the screen will be minus K cap. So minus K cap will be there. So what is J cap cross I cap is equal to minus of K cap. So now there is one, we will say a trick to find I cap, J cap and K cap. So what you should do now, you should write vector I cap here and choose one direction. Suppose this is the direction. Here J cap and here K cap. This is the direction. So if someone is saying that find I cap cross J cap, so the next vector will be the answer. So I cap cross J cap and you are going in this direction. I cap cross J cap is equal to K cap. So if someone is asking J cap cross K cap, so J cap cross K cap and next vector will be I cap. J cap cross K cap is equal to I cap. Now tell me what will be K cap cross I cap. K cap cross I cap.
In a circular motion. In a circle.
I'm just from this circle, from this trick. First, you have to choose the direction. Okay. So k cap cross I cap. What will be the value of k cap cross I cap? First, you will go to k, then you will move to I, and the next vector will be the answer. That is j cap.
So it's magnitude k cap multiplied by magnitude I cap.
This is the shortcut I am telling. Okay, this is the shortcut. If someone is asking I cap cross j cap, so what you will do, first you will draw a circle and you will write I j k, and you will decide a direction in which you will move. So, and if you will move in the opposite direction, then you will take negative, and if you will move in the sense of the direction you have chosen, that will be positive. So here this direction is clockwise direction, so clockwise
Okay.
direction you will take positive, and anti-clockwise direction you will take negative. So if I am asking what is I cap cross k cap, so here is your I
Negative
cap.
j cap.
What will the answer?
Negative j cap.
Very good, very good, very good. Understood, I think. If I am asking what is j, what is k cap cross j cap?
Negative I cap.
Very good. Now I think you have understood. Well done, and note down.
That's it. That's
Okay, Shafruddin. So here the vector is finished now, and from the next class we will discuss the regular topic that we were discussing, the circular motion. So I will start from there. Okay. So the basic of the vector